Welcome to STB 3162 Food Biotechnology. In this video, we will talk about the incidence of giardiasis in Malaysia. Before we proceed, let me introduce the group members first, which consists of Sherry, Siti Rosliana, Steffi, and me, Novahira. Situation of giardiasis in Malaysia. Basically, giardiasis disease is caused by a parasitic microorganism which is known as Giardia duodenalis or Giardia intestinalis. The parasitic infection occurs within the intestine. Giardia intestinalis cause diarrhea, cramps, nausea, and bloating. In Malaysia, giardiasis disease became the public health issue, especially among the indigenous people located in Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Perak, Terengganu, and Pahang, as well as Sabah and Sarawak. The highest factor that contributing the giardiasis disease including contaminated water resources such as river. Besides, poor hygiene, bad drainage system, and seasonal trends also contributing to the occurrence of giardiasis disease. During wet season, the case percentage of giardiasis disease is relatively higher rather than during dry season. Morphology of Giardia intestinalis. Basically, Giardia intestinalis can be found in form of cyst and trophozoite. The shape of the cyst varies from oval to ellipsoid. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2017, the measure of the cyst is within 8 to 19 micrometer. As for the trophozoite, it exists in form of pear shape. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2017, the measure of trophozoite ranges from 10 to 20 micrometer. Life cycle of giardiasis intestinalis. Basically, there are two forms of life cycle, which is known as infective cyst and vegetative trophozoite. The life cycle begins with the ingestion of 10 or fewer giardiasis from external environment. After that, giardiasis will enter the stomach to undergo excitation process. This process is triggered by the exposure of the acidic pH condition associated with the release of gastric acid within the stomach. Besides, exposure of bile salt together with the subsequent releasing of pancreatic proteases enzymes originated from duodenum aid in excitation process. The cyst will undergo nuclear division in order to release two motile trophozoite. The trophozoite later will travel into the duodenum to undergo multiplication. The multiplication will cause trophozoite colonization as the multiplication has been performed in a rapid way. They bind to the enterocyte using the ventral sucking disc. They secrete cysteine protease enzymes which lead to damage of intestinal mucosa. At this point, the symptom of giardiasis disease is appear. At a certain time, the trophozoite will detach from the small intestinal macrovilli surface. As the trophozoite travels down the small intestine, excitation process occurs. This process is triggered by the exposure of bile salt and cholesterol deficiencies. At the end of the process, the cell wall of the cyst is formed via nuclear division within the cyst. Eventually, 4 nuclei of giardiasis are regenerated. The life cycle ends with the excretion of the cyst through feces and immediately become infective. They are responsible for infection if they have been reconsumed by human, and the life cycle begins. Pathogenesis of Giardia intestinalis. Incubation period usually is performed within 1 to 2 weeks according to Adam in 2020. Vivanchos et al. In 2018 stated that the alteration of bile salt, changes in intestinal microbiota, and enzyme modification occur in gut could also lead to the pathogenesis. Besides, infected immunoglobulin A and mast cells may allow parasites to take control of innate immunity. Children may also develop chronic diarrhea, malabsorption, and weight loss, according to Eckel et al. In 2018. Diagnosis of Giardia intestinalis. The slide shows the picture of cysts of Giardia intestinalis in stool sample reported by Podyal et al. In 2011. Whereas the slide shows the picture of trophozoite of Giardia intestinalis in stool sample which has been reported by Raju-Klar et al. In 2012. Prevention and treatment of Giardiasis disease. The prevention can be done by practicing good hand hygiene and regularly sanitize equipment in childcare facilities. Moreover, it is crucial to reduce the contact with animal stool. Finally, it is crucial to avoid drinking contaminated water or eating contaminated food with Giardia intestinalis. The treatment can be done by applying the benzimidazole compound, specifically albendazole, and also nitroimidazole compound, specifically tinidazole. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.